planning to retire. So obviously from that month, when the money doesn't come and get credited on the first of the month or the end of the month as salary, you're going to feel very insecure about saying that how you're going to sustain. We don't think about our retirement when we are in the 30s and 40s and all, and suddenly when we are retiring, we realize saying that I'm not going to get the money from next month.
I'm going to retire now. So, but I do have some funds in the FD and that kind of a thing. But I have to plan for my retirement. I mean, I will need regular income for my in retirement. So how do I plan?
So I know saying that you all these years you got a regular income as salaries that you got, and now you're planning to retire. So obviously from that month, when the money doesn't come and get credited on the first of the month or the end of the month as salary, you're going to feel very insecure about saying that how you're going to sustain. As you said, you have invested in fixed deposits over a period of time, and you have a little bit corpus of fixed deposit. Let's analyze that fixed deposit and see that what is the quantum of fixed deposits. With that quantum of fixed deposit, I can tell you saying that with the present interest rates that are in the markets, how much is that income that you can receive on a regular basis. Now, when we do that, we also have to see, because we are not looking today, you're 60, I have to take care of you for the next 35 years. Now that 35 years, what is constant in your life is increasing cost, and the cost is going to be very differently spent. Till most of the time when you are young, in your 30s, 40s and 50s, most of the time the money is spent on going out, eating out, partying, and then you spend on holidays, luxuries, cars and all. But the moment you cross 50, 60, your medical expenses start creeping up, and then going out expenses comes down. Now, when medical expenses come in, guys, in India, there is an inflationary cost of around 11% on medical expenses. We have to invest your money prudently and say that how well you are invested, how well. I just wanted to, we'll also have to check what is your health insurance cover. Is that enough for you to take care of when you are hospitalized or when you have contingency? Now that is on the one side. Your blood test, you will have to pay money out of your pocket for the blood test or an X-ray or a CT scan that you do, or you go to a specialist and then you have to pay a doctor's fees. That also has an inflationary cost. So we have to keep a corpus for that expenses too for you, plus your household expense that you will have. And then as you age, what also increases, saying that you need help. You will need a driver, you need a house help, not one but two, because that's how you aspire. So what happens is we have to put all of those aspects into investments and say, what will be your expense in monthly expense that you are going to incur. Once we understand that corpus of money, we will have to align and say, put a plan and say that how do we invest that money to sustain today and for the future. We will also will determine saying that can you have two maids or can you have one maid?
I was talking about that cutting down of
Yes. Can you afford a driver or you will have to use Uber? So these are things that we will have to look at and saying that how do we plan? Now, in some of the cases, let's say that your corpus of money is less and you have lifestyle which is like your expenses are high, then sometimes we also have to think and say that do we have to have a reverse mortgage on your property to sustain your life, correct? Because reality is saying that investments is fine, but we also need to align that investment and corpus to our lifestyle. That is the mistake most of us do, because we don't think about our retirement when we are in the 30s and 40s and all, and suddenly when we are retiring, we realize saying that I'm not going to get the money from next month. I'm not going to get after 6 months. So how do I plan? So everything works, it's just that we will have to put your numbers. We also have to work on your gratuity and all of that retirement money that will come. So once we put all of that aside, and then we have to make a plan.